Hello everyone out there with the Lucksack Legion. This is Alex here with Lucksack Games, here bringing you Zombies at the request of Dylan. So this is a viewer request deck. This is centered around a zombie shell with Rally the Ancestors as a combo finish. See if we can rally out some opponents. We are going to leave our graveyard on the screen, but we'll try and make it a little bit smaller than that. Alright, so starting off hot here. No lander. This is easily a keep, right? No? Mulligan? Alright, fine. Alright, fine. Alright, this hand looks pretty good. This one's a keep. I'm going to go ahead and put the temple on bottom. Lead off on a Stitcher's Supplier into a Wayward Servant. Ooh, is this the mirror match? That would be hot. That would be pretty spicy. Alright, let's start off on a Stitcher's Supplier and pass the turn. Alright, milled 2 lands. That's not the ideal situation, but we did get a zombie. Let's see what we get here. Corpse Knight. Well, Wayward Servant is better than Corpse Knight, so let's go ahead and get it down. And then we'll get in with Stitcher's Supplier. Ironically, kind of hoping to draw a land off the top. But if we don't, we can just land Corpse Knight. Well, on land, though. See if the opponent uses a kill spell here. They do. They fatally push our Wayward Servant. This is why Rally the Ancestors is pretty solid, though. Because they're going to kill all of our things. Woohoo. Never didn't have it. Never didn't have it. I'm actually just going to go ahead and try and go for the land here. And cast Profane Insight. Draw a card and lose a life. Alright, good thing I did, because otherwise we would have missed our land drop next turn. Get in there for 1, pass turn. They don't really want to kill this, because it fuels our, fuels the rest of our deck, but at the same time, it's going to keep getting in there. Sorin, sure. Alright, we drew a tap land, which is a little awkward, but not terrible. So I think what we do is we're going to start off here by swinging in at the Sorin and seeing if they block. We'd love for them to block. We want to block here. Fabulous. Alright, we're going to mill 3, hopefully get at least 1 more zombie. We got exactly 1 more zombie. Not ideal. Alright, let's go ahead and cast this Diagraph. Play tap land and pass the turn. So here's our 6/6 opponent. It's a 6/6, nice and scary. Next turn we're probably just looking at, interesting. I'm guessing we're getting Raft here if they're just swinging in like that. Interesting. Land there was a pretty good draw. Let's go ahead and cast this because it makes a 2/2. Always yield to this. I'm going to go ahead and get in there with my 6/6. I'm going to try and just kill Sorin here. Swift End. That's fine. Second main. I think we just get this Liliana down. And I think we're just going to tick it up. And plan for a Corpse Knight into Rally turn next turn if we draw a land, or just Rally if not. Ideally, we'd mill like an Antuka Husk, and we can just lethal our opponent. We currently have like 3 Blood Artist effects. We could kill this, but I don't think that matters. So, yeah, let's go ahead and mill some cards here. None of them were a zombie. Interesting. Not ideal. Also, I'd like to take a moment here, as our opponent's about to fatal push our Death Toucher, to give a shout out to Shane, who was our last subscriber on YouTube. Thank you so much, Shane, for subscribing to the channel. Your support helps this channel more than you know. Alright, let's go ahead and yield through this turn, since we're just going to get probably Liliana smacked for 3. Yep. And a 2/3 lifelinker. That's fine. Alright, tap land there is not ideal because we wanted to go Corpse Knight into Rally, but let's go ahead and tick this up. See if we can mill into Nantuko Husk. We got there. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and cast Rally, X equals 3 here. Let's go. Alright, let's go ahead and place our triggered abilities on the stack. It's going to take a moment to place all of these triggered abilities on the stack. Alright, we're going to yield to these so that we can go ahead and just, yes. Always yield. Yes. Alright, our opponent's now at 0. Our triggers didn't even finish resolving opponent. That is very rude. We wanted to finish resolving our triggers. Didn't even let us finish resolving our triggers. Rude. Rude. Alright, so I'm like 9 out of 10 that the opponent's going to be on Rest in Peace, so we're going to go ahead and just bring in Fragmentize, because I got a feeling. Let's see. I also feel like these Foulmare Knights aren't going to be that good, so let's go ahead and swap those out. I don't think there's any specific card we want to Lost Legacy. Dress seems potentially reasonable, but I definitely wish it was Thoughtseize so it could also take creatures. I think I'm going to cut the Dread Wanderers since we can't often get in there. They will have a lot of tokens. And if they don't show us Rip or any kind of graveyard hate, we will go with Godfarer's Gift next game. Let's go. Let's go. Rally the Ancestors. Kills on resolution 9 times out of 10. Kills the first time, every time. Love it. Love it. Well, I mean, this hand has a Stitcher Supplier and a Rally the Ancestors, so I would argue that that is our nut draw. Oh, here's... See, the opponent's playing Thoughtseize. Opponent's about to take away our Rally the Ancestors. Watch him take it right away. Yep. Yep, it is gone, opponent. You got us. You caught us with our hand in the cookie jar. So we're going to go Stitcher Supplier into double Crypt Breaker and then start drawing some cards. Well, milling over Fragmentize isn't going to be great if they Rest in Pieces here. Ooh, no Rest in Peace. Ooh, untapped third land. Sure. Yeah, because I let in Stitcher Supplier, we can't play the Reaver here, but I think that's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and pass through the turn. No reason to attack. Drawing a card seems way better than 1 point of damage here. Ooh, opponent missing their third land drop. That seems pretty good for us. 1, 2, 3. Let's draw a card. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a pretty good draw. Alright, even though this is the last turn, this will be an untapped land, I think that I do want the scry off this is more important, so I am going to still play the Temple. And I think that that's fine. It's not insane, but that's fine. Alright, when I play this, we can get in there for... We can now get in for 2, because we can only draw 1 card. So, attack you for 2, opponent. Go to 14. It's your turn. Zombie hordes coming for your brains. Ooh, missing another land drop. Keep it coming. As long as when they find their land drop, they don't like Bontu's us, I think we're going to be pretty fine here. Alright, so let's go ahead and play Wayward Servant. Sealed Courtyard. I should have drawn first. Alright. Go ahead and tap 3 to draw. Dark Salvation. Alright, well that wouldn't have done much anyways. 3 damage versus drawing a card. I think I want to close this game out quickly enough that I'm just going to go ahead and get in for the 3 damage now. Unfortunately, this is not an instant. One downside of it. Well, they hit the land. Let's see if they have Bantus. Well, that was strictly worse for us than a Bantus, wasn't it? That was strictly worse for us than a Bantus, wasn't it? Alright, well. Well then. Let's go ahead and play this guy. A little bit late to the show, but that's okay. This Dark Salvation will be for a pretty big amount, so if they do play a creature, like maybe a Sorin minus, Dark Salvation should do some work. What have you got, opponent? That's your 4th land. Kalitas. That one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. Alright, how many zombies can we make here? 1, 2. Can only make 2, which means it's not big enough to kill that. So, let's see. If we rally, that doesn't do very much. Dark Salvation is once again 1 zombie, 2 zombies. Only good for 2 zombies, which is only -3 to that. I think this whole story starts by us getting in for 4. Opponent will not block, obviously. Alright. I think it's just Liliana uptick here. Get a couple more creatures in the graveyard and go for the combo finish. Can you lose some more life, opponent? I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Alright, and it's another Corpse Knight. That's exactly what we were looking for. So if we can dodge a Thoughtseize this turn, even if they have a Swift End for our Liliana, this rally should be the game. Sweet. Pretty good first match if it wraps up that way. Swift End on the creature is also fine. Yep. I don't know why the game asks when I don't have any blockers, but that's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and start. 2, 3, 4, 5. Just making sure I can still rally for 3, even if I play the Stitches Supplier. Go ahead and tick up the Liliana, and let's go ahead and rally. Rally for 3 again. Let's go. Triggered abilities on the stack. And we win the match. Once again, the opponent very rudely not waiting for our triggers to resolve. Can you believe that? Just because we put 48 triggers on the stack, opponent, doesn't mean that you can't wait for them all to resolve. So, pretty good start to this league. 2-0. 2-0. 1-0. Let's go to our next match, see if we can win some die rolls. We did. Let's see. Swamp. Couple lands. Couple zombies. You know, this seems like kind of what you're signing up for when you play this deck. So let's go ahead and start off on a Stitches Supplier and see what we mill. And pass the turn. Only 1 zombie and a planeswalker, so that's not exactly what we're looking to mill. That thing's dead. That thing's dead. That thing right there, dead. So let's go ahead and play Courtyard. Choose myself, choose that creature, -1. Alright, let's go ahead and get in there for 1. I guess I could have offered the trade, but we all know they wouldn't have blocked. We all know they wouldn't have blocked. I guess optimal play is to attack first in case they are absolutely crazy and they do decide to block, but we all know they wouldn't have blocked. Let's go ahead and play Diagraph here. Get in there for 1. It's a slow clock at the moment, but this Liliana should help next turn. If we draw a 2-drop zombie, we will go double 2-drop zombie instead because Diagraph Colossus is great. Hey, Kodama's Reach. Good to see you. And that's a 2-drop zombie. So let's go ahead and go Corpse Knight, which is a pretty good start. We're going to go ahead and always yield to that. And then Reaver will make 2 zombies. So that's going to go ahead and give us 2 triggers. Or 3 zombies, rather, because Diregraph will also make 1. That's going to be good enough for the game 1 for the opponent. Alright, alright. Well, it looks like the opponent is mono green ramp. So the great news is I don't think they have a lot of ways to really interact with us. But I think we have a few pretty good ways to interact with them. So, wish these dresses were thought seizes. I feel like I'm going to say that a lot, unfortunately. Red Wanderer is not really going to be able to get in there much and gets outclassed pretty quickly. This is not a control matchup. Falmer Knight might be staying in, not sure yet. This 5-card package, though. Definitely feel like I want Dark Salvation for their dork. Especially because it scales pretty well late game. I don't think Diregraph matters that much. But I think I want a pile of Duresses for their Planeswalkers and such. I might change this depending on what variant of green they are, but I mean, they cast a Nissa's Pilgrimage rather than a, look at the top 5, grab a land, Rejuvenator. This hand's very reasonable. Let's go ahead and keep. So we're going to go ahead and lead on Courtyard into Crypt Breaker, and then that gives us multiple options for our turn 2, including just playing Reaver and drawing a card, or killing something with Dark Salvation. Alright, Dork on 1. Little do you know, opponent, we also have a dude on 1. Mine has way more abilities than yours. Yours only has 1 ability, mine's got 2. Alright, what's your 3-drop here? Pilgrimage. Yep. Yep. So since I drew the Supplier, I think I will go Dark Salvation on this. If I hadn't drawn that, I would have gone Lazartop Reaver to try and draw a card. So let's go ahead and play Swamp. Citrus Supplier, mill 3. Yep. Dark Salvation. Me the player, you the thing that's going to die. Pay X equals 0. Alright, let's get in there for 1. This is definitely a matchup that's about clocking our opponent, and is very likely one that we lose on the draw, but get to win again on the play. Currently have 2 Blood Artists in the grave, so that's kind of nice. Spatial Contortion on the Crypt Breaker is fine. Alright, Duress. I feel like that's worth 2 life. So let's go ahead and Duress. Bye, Ugin. That's exactly the reason why we brought in a Duress. Let's go ahead and try and get in there for 1. See if the opponent blocks. Sweet, they don't. Post-combat, we'll play Wayward Servant and pass the turn. So note why they couldn't have cast Ugin next turn. Just want to make sure. Perilous Fault's not that scary at the moment. Especially if we get an Nantuko Husk. Nantuko Husk? Okay, no. Let's go ahead and scry. Nantuko Husk. That's pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and put that one on top. Go ahead and go to combat and get in there. They're not going to block either one of these because they want to have this Perilous Vault up. Yep, take 3. And then post-combat, we're going to just go ahead and play this Wayward Servant. If they blow it on that, we're fine. If they don't, then we're going to end, we're able to resolve Husk next turn. This game's basically over. Alright, looks like their plan is just going to be to blow Perilous Vault here. So, let's go ahead and go to combat. Get in there for 5. Now they'll probably chump block the 2/2. Okay. Just gonna, yep. That's fine. Second main, we're just gonna go ahead and resolve the Husk here. so that future vaults are not nearly as scary, and we're going to pass the turn. This thing's also kind of terrifying because it can get in a lot of damage. That thing's kind of terrifying too. Alright, well that was a good pair of draws, so let's see what we mill there. Didn't really want to mill Rally the Ancestors, but that's okay. Let's go into mass 1 here. And we're going to go ahead and get in there for quote-unquote 2. Yeah, that's fine, opponent. We're going to sack some stuff. This one. Go ahead and yield to those. Let's go ahead and sack another thing. Let's go with the army. Alright, opponent. Are you going to put your... Ooh, they're going to put Ugin back on top. 5, 6, 7. They don't have a land if they have the Ugin. And even if they have Ugin, I can now sack stuff for the Husk. Once again, Husk was a very good reason to keep. Choosing Oblivion Sour. Interesting. Okay, that's fine. We can't auto-yield because, yep. We may have to use this Husk for some reason. Stole 2 lands from us. Alright, so we check our exile here. Ouch. Ouch. I wanted that rally, opponent. Alright. 5/8's pretty good. Let's see if we draw a rally. Not quite. We're going to go ahead and play this tap so that we can rally up to 3. I'm going to go ahead and pass the turn. So 2 of our rallies are gone. One's in our grave, one's in exile. So we just need to rip another one off the top. Oof. It was the top card of our deck, which means if the opponent did not have Oblivion Sour here, we would have successfully been able to... I'm going to go ahead and chump here. We would have been able to successfully rally, which would have been pretty lethal. Sweet. Alright. Let's go ahead and go to our turn. Rally, please. Last one in our deck. Alright, well, let's go ahead and scry and see if we can hit rally. Last one in our deck. Put to the bottom. Let's pass the turn. Is blocking with Husk this turn changing? Like I said, this is very likely a matchup that we lose on the draw but win on the play. World Breaker, sure. One of the reasons to leave an unsacked Antuko Husk, that's for sure. Sure, they're going to take a land away from us. We can still rally for 3. That's not a big deal. The addition of 5 more power on the battlefield, though, means that I will be blocking this turn. Yep. Draw a rally off the top. Rally 1 time, 1 left in the deck, 1 draw step, 1 dream. Let's see what we can do. Come on. And our draw is another land. We died. Oh well. Oh well. Alright, let's go to game 3. Anything we want to change? I think especially, no, I mean, they have world breakers and stuff, so it's not like this gate to the afterlife's very good. It's kind of good against Ugin, I guess. Let's just go ahead and run it back. I think this is one where we're going to be just a little bit faster on the play. Yes. Darn. This had either a 1-drop zombie or another land, I'd be keeping that. The hand is absolutely insane. Alright, this hand is fine, if not amazing. Go ahead and keep it. And I actually think I'm going to go ahead and bottom a Corpse Knight here. Yeah. Looks like the opponent's still mulliganing. I think we're going to go ahead and lead off on a tap land, and on 2 plan to play Corpse Knight. Alternatively, we could duress on 1, but then on 2, we have to play a tap land and have no other game action, since we won't have any zombies for Dark Salvation. Looks like the opponent's still making some decisions on their mulligan now. We do have the rally, which is kind of nice. We just don't have a lot of ways to put cards in the graveyard currently. Depending how low they go, though, they went to 5. Alright. I'm still down on Isolated Chapel tap to go. I could also lead on Concealed Courtyard Duress, hoping to hit an untapped land, and maybe that's just the better line. And there's a Foulmare Knight, so I can actually Dark Salvation kill their dork. I think I'm in for that. Dark Salvation, choose me, choose the thing that's gonna die, kill it. And pass the turn. Alright, so next turn, we'll probably just play Corpse Knight. Yep. Ooh, Caves of Koilos. Look at that white border. Look at that white border. Alright, let's get in there for 1. They won't block. I dare you to block, opponent. I knew you wouldn't. Remember, cowards can't block warriors, and we are warriors. I mean, zombie warriors, but warriors nonetheless. Let's go ahead and duress and take away whatever their good thing is. What's your good thing, opponent? Perilous Vault, and what's the other card in your hand? Rejuvenator. That's fine. Let's go ahead and take away Perilous Vault. That one's too good, opponent. I don't want you to have it. I'm going to play Rejuvenator here. Radiant Fountain's a good hit for them because it gets them a couple more life. Corpse Knight. Yeah, it's fine. Let's go ahead and start by combat because I'll probably double block the Corpse Knight we already have in play. Ooh, just a chump on that. Or not chump, a trade on that. That's fine. Alright, second main. Let's go ahead and slam this guy on the battlefield without losing a life unnecessarily and pass the turn. So currently we can rally for 1, bring this back, and make them lose 2, which doesn't seem that great. So let's keep chugging along, see if we can find something a little bit better. It's another Corpse Knight. That's not exactly stellar, but it's something, that's for sure. Alright, knock the opponent down to 16, and oh, I should have probably attacked in there for 2. Blast Zone. Almost certainly should have attacked in there for 2. What have you now, opponent? Alright, they're going to add a charge to their Blast Zone. And Nisra's Pilgrimage. Opponent's draws on this mold of 5 have been stellar. Alright, they're going to leave 2 black on blocks, obviously. But we should have gotten in last turn. Alright, let's go ahead and play a land. This time we won't make the same mistake and we will get in there. Probably a chump and a block. No chump. Okay. So, Rally the Ancestors is an instant, so we're just going to pass the turn here. Alright, so the opponent just has more ramp. Currently 3, 6, 9, 12. Am I counting exactly lethal? I might be counting that wrong. I'm counting exactly lethal, though. Alright, so they're going to make us go to our turn, which is super reasonable. That's fine. I think I'm going to play the Wayward Servant into this Blast Zone. No. Because it's already lethal, right? We counted twice. If it's not lethal, then Wayward Servant is good follow-up, right? So yeah. Blows at Blast Zone. Yep. Double check. Want to make sure. Each opponent loses 1 life. 1, 2, 3. 3, 6, 9. Alright, that's only 9 life. Yep. So, play Wayward Servant and pass the turn. This will make it lethal. Because each one only does 3, it won't count for itself. It's another creature. Another Cavalier Thorn's pretty good. See what land they grab? Shrine of the Forsaken Gods. That's a pretty dang good one. I would like to chump block opponent. Don't be suspicious at all. Alright, it's our turn. If we had one more land, we could duress first, but instead we're just going to go ahead and go for the rally. Let's see if our ancestors have our back. Our ancestors, do you have? Yes. Let's put our triggered abilities on the stack. Unless the opponent has an instant speed way to gain life, it looks like we got there. Alright, 2-0 with the Zombie Menace. Fear the Horde, everyone. Fear the Horde. The Lucksack Legion has become undead today. Alright, this is great. This is fun. Once again, Rally the Ancestors is broken. Broken. Anyone that says that Rally the Ancestors should not be in this deck is wrong. I would like to note that this person has 20 trophies and hasn't played in a month. That's kind of impressive to me. Alright. Start our third match. We lost this die roll. Uh-oh. We don't like starting off on the back foot. We like starting off aggressively. 4 lands, huh? I think since we have Crypt Breaker into Lazatop Reaver, I'm going to go ahead and keep this. Do I, though? Look at these lands. I don't actually, do I? Yeah, I'm actually going to take a mulligan. I think on 4 lands, from where we're sitting right now, Rally the Ancestors currently nothing's being milled for it. Lazatop Reaver isn't drawing us cards until turn 3, or Crypt Breaker plus Lazatop Reaver isn't drawing us cards until turn 3. And if we draw Swamp off the top in order to enable our Isolated Chapels, we're also miserable because we drew a 5th land. This one's a mole. This one's a mulligan. Thank you for the time to talk that one out, opponent. Alright, well this one has a similar problem, but we don't have the problem of having a 1-drop. So we're gonna go ahead and keep this one. It's on the very, very, very low end of keepable, I would like to note that. Temple of Silence actually kind of shining here, as we're gonna get a Scry. Temple of Deceit out of the opponent. Opponent being very, very deceitful. Our turn, opponent. Alright. Ooh, Stitcher's Supplier was a great draw. Well, on the other hand, if I had known we would have drawn Stitcher's Supplier on 1, I would have kept. Obviously, that's a joke, because you can't know that you draw the best draw in your deck on 1. So let's go ahead and start enabling. Get some pressure down and start enabling. Pop out our second hand. We have 2 hands. One we hold up here, and one we put over here next to our deck. Mill to Rally the Ancestors. That's not what we want to see. Oh my god, they're mill. Damn it. Damn it. 100% keep the first hand if I know my opponent's on mill. Alright, well. If it's rally, I'm bottoming it. If it's rally, I'm bottoming it. Do you read what this card does? It taps to mill a card. Our scries are literally worthless. But I do want to get Crypt Breaker down this turn, and hopefully be able to revert into Dark Salvation. Because this thing can block as long as they have 4 or more cards in hand, which they totally, absolutely, positively do. Let me scry, opponent! Scry in a river over here. Corpse Knight. That can stay on top. Be an awful shame, opponent, if you were to mill that one for us. I'm not going to attack with Supplier here. Alright, so logic here. They're going to block. Wait, what am I saying? That seems fine. Yep. If they block, it mills a Corpse Knight, that's fine. If they don't block, then they take 1. Yeah, that's fine. Just don't mill a rally to make me ultimately regret that. Sweet. Alright. Go ahead and get our Crypt Breaker down and pass the turn. Next turn we can still go Reaver and Dark Salvation if they have a 3 toughness thing, but very unlikely. I'm just going to attack us for 5. They have another one. Ooh, Field of Ruin. Sure. Don't worry, opponent. We have a swamp. You haven't taken them all away from us yet. Ooh, you had a push, though. That's pretty good. Is that any good? Everyone against the mill deck is drawing Rally the Ancestors off the top of your library. Any good? Please mark yes or no in the appropriate box. So we do wish our graveyard was just a little more stocked, but I still think that was a very good draw. Still a good chance that the opponent mills us for more cards here. If they do, then we're in a good spot. Alright, so if they just do nothing else here, yeah. I think we're just going to play a Reaver. Going to grow our army. Get in there for a bunch. And I think that's just a pass the turn. See if they have a Brazen Borrower or something. This is great because if they do that one more time, we actually get to rally the Ancestors at instant speed. If we want to. Alright, opponent. Yeah, hit us down again. All the way down to 3. Well. Well. We died at Brazen Borrower. Let's start by going to combat. Attack with all our guys. See what our opponent's life total is at. See what our graveyard looks like. So can we kill our opponent at 13? So that's 14, 15, 16. Oh, sorry, minus 3, 10. No, we cannot. So let's go ahead and play Stitcher Supplier. If the opponent is holding up a counterspell here, we will lose the game. On the upside, if they're using a 3-mana counterspell on the Stitcher Supplier, then that would be great, because then we can resolve Dark Salvation with X equals 1 and still kill Vantress Gargoyle. So let's hope that they use a 3-mana counterspell on Stitcher Supplier, assuming they're holding a counterspell. Alright, sweet. So assuming now that they're holding a removal spell, because that's the only way we get to win this game, we now have to cast this X equals 1. If they are holding Spell Pierce, we lose the game. If we cast this X equals 1. So here's the choice. If we play around Spell Pierce, we're casting this X equals 0. We get no zombies, which is fine. That doesn't matter. We have them dead next turn. I think since we're dead to them having Spell Pierce on our rally anyways, we're just going to cast this for 2 and play around removal, which we can't beat. So, did it work, opponent? You have Spell Pierce. Is it just removal? Is it drown in the lock? I'd censor. No! God. Well, I chose what bed I wanted to lie down in, and I said that I wanted to die to Spell Pierce and Censor. And the opponent said, I got you, bro. You can die to Spell Pierce or Censor. Alrighty then. So let's go ahead and bring in these Gate to the Afterlifes and Godfarer's Gifts. Let's go ahead and bring in these Fragmentizes. That Gargoyle was an artifact, for those of you that may not know that. And I feel like these Reavers don't do quite enough. Once again, Dreadwander. I'm sure there's a matchup which you're decent in. Liliana could be fine, but I'm going to trim on her to make space for this whole package and try it like that. We'd love to play first. This hand. See, you only need 1 Liliana in your deck if it's in your opening hand. Take notes, chat. Take notes. Better than good. We're lucky at Lucksack. Alright. We're going to go ahead and start off on Swamp into Crypt Breaker and pass the turn. Opponent's likely taking this, our poor little Crypt Breaker, and shoving it off a cliff. Which, as it's a zombie, it should survive. It doesn't. But don't feel sad, little zombie man. Things that get pushed off a cliff with wings still somehow die. Alright, so there's our first 3 land drops untapped. So let's go ahead and play this one. Play this out and see if we can draw a zombie off the top. That'd be pretty gas. Corpse Knight. Am I playing Knight's opponent? Why, yes, I am. Is it rude if you sit down across from your opponent at a tournament and they go, I thought I saw you playing earlier. Are you playing Knights? And you fondly look at the Corpse Knight in your deck and go, yes, I am. Alright, let's see if this is the push turn. Because, you know, when push comes to shove, you gotta do what you love, even if it's not a good idea. Oh, now. I think we're just casting Foulmare Knight. Well, actually. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Dark Salvation can go to the bottom. I am gonna cast Foulmare Knight, but I'm actually just gonna go ahead and attack. I don't feel like I really need to draw anything here. I already have a Liliana and a Rally. So I'm just going to go ahead and get in for 3. I think reducing my opponent's life total here will be paramount to us winning this game. Geiger Reach, Sanitarium. That's fine. Vantress Gargoyle. Sure. Alright, drawing Gate to the Afterlife there is kind of spicy. So I think this is the turn we want to go ahead and take to try and resolve this Liliana. And then take, change our play depending on if this resolves or not. Do we resolve a Liliana opponent? Is Liliana untouched by death? See, she may be surrounded by zombies, but she's untouched by death. Let's go ahead and tick up and pop up our graveyard. Oh, at least one of them were a zombie opponent. You know what that means. Alright, so opponent has 6 cards in hand, so they can block, so we're not going to get in there, and we're going to go ahead and pass. So, jokes on the opponent. We do only have, Hero's Downfall on our Lily. No, that's so rude, opponent. So rude. We don't have enough cards in our graveyard for them to attack us. So, let's go ahead and draw a card. Lose a life, go to 21. Fragmentize, well, that'll get that problem out of the way. Destroy target problem, I'm in for one of those. Alright, let's go ahead and fragmentize that. I'll go ahead and pay with this white. That's absolutely fine, opponent. Oh god, it's another rally. That's so rude. That's so rude, opponent. Alright, let's go ahead and resolve our gate to the afterlife. I'm actually just going to go ahead and swing in here for the same logic as earlier. If we already have basically everything we need, and their life total going to 0 matters. So go ahead and take 4 here, opponent. You'll go to 9. We do only have a Stitcher supplier currently in the graveyard. But, Flaying Tendrils. It's going to kill all our things without triggering gate. That's fine. We draw. Godless Shrine's not exactly ideal here. We're going to go ahead and play it out tapped. Which might not be correct with this Geiger Reach here, but I still feel that that's probably fine. There are 6 or more creature cards in your graveyard. Opponent plays Narset. Grabs Dig Through Time. Well, that's a pretty good one. See what we draw into. Temple of Silence. Well, let's go ahead and do our scry. Fragmentize to the bottom. And go ahead and pass the turn. So it looks like our hand's going to be forced pretty quickly here. Because Geiger Reach plus Narset is the combo wombo of discard a card every turn. And if we have no cards in hand, it will just force us to never be able to draw another card. Search for his Kanta. Yep, that's fine. Opponent's going to give us a couple more draw steps, though. Come on, zombie. Alright, let's see what we hit. Dark Salvation. I can use it to create a horde of zombies, but that just doesn't do it. Let's go ahead and pass turn. So Fragmentize also hits Search for his Kanta of note. And Flaying Tendrils is apparently something we're playing around game 3. Alright, let's go ahead and take our next turn. We're in no rush to use our one Rally the Ancestors yet. Alright, there's a zombie. There's a zombie. Is this zombie okay? Is this one okay, opponent? I imagine they're going to Geiger Reach in response. No? Okay, cool. If they Geiger Reach, anytime they're going to Geiger Reach, we will fire off this Rally the Ancestors. Looks like they're doing it right now. So we won't actually draw a card, so there's no reason not to fire off this Rally right now. We will only bring back, unfortunately. I guess we leave 2 lands untapped in case we get lucky enough to trigger Gate to the Afterlife, but I don't think we will. Let's go ahead and get back our Stitcher Supplier. Also, we're playing around Spell Pierce, I guess. Go ahead and triggers on the stack in response. Mill 3 more lands. Oh my. You see how many lands we would have drawn in a row? That's ridiculous. Well, unfortunately, we can't draw and discard for Gate to the Afterlife while Narset's in play. That's just how that works. Alright, opponent. You have flipped your ass contact. I do have a 1/1 in play currently, so if they cannot kill Stitcher Supplier, I can still. Oh god, it'll be exiled though. That's the rest of Rally the Ancestors effect. Unfortunately, we milled 3 lands instead of any creatures whatsoever. What? What? Okay. Got lucky. Opponent didn't read our cards. We're gonna go ahead and discard Crypt Breaker. Mill 3 more. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we're a lot closer than we were a second ago. We're only 2 lands off now of doing it. We're gonna go ahead and yield to that. It's gonna make us draw and then discard our Stitcher Supplier, which is fine by us because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's still 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And draw. We won't actually draw a card because that's how that works. And pass through the turn. So if the opponent doesn't draw removal for Gate to the Afterlife, though, we will start getting to go off with that, which is kind of hot. Alright. Alright, I can respect that. Alright, so opponent upkeeping this. Creature. No bueno. We really wanted a creature there. Double check, we can't activate that. Alright, cool. Pass back to the opponent. Opponent's gonna smack us down to 19. Yep. What's this now, opponent? The Scarab God. Well, this is our last turn to be able to Gate to the Afterlife profitably. Creature, right here. Yes. Yes. Alright, let's go ahead and Gate to the Afterlife. Let's go. Let's go. Right here, right now. We're going to go ahead and search our library. Grab Godfarer's Gift. We're going to have to skip yet another draw step, but we're going to be able to go to the beginning of combat. So we can either bring back Stitcher Supplier, which will mill a whole bunch more cards, but I think the card I'm interested in is actually Foulmare Knight because it's Death Touch. Alright, let's go ahead and get this Narset off the board. That'll break us out of a Sanitarium lock. Wait, what am I doing? They're at 8. Lock with your Scarab God. If they don't block, they're dead next turn. Unless they go to 4 cards, unless they keep 4 cards in their hand. So I guess they might start making things with Scarab God. Yeah, maybe we should have actually gone for Narset there. If they make something here, it does take them off of Azcanta, but they still get Geiger Reach online. Okay. Oh no. Does this make them into zombies? It does make them into zombies. Oh no. Okay, well. We'll just have to draw the perfect answer for that, won't we? Opponent just let us draw. Opponent just let us draw. Okay. So we can instant speed this effect. I think we're dead here, for the record. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring back Corpse Knight. Attack with both. At the opponent. Opponent will make a zombie, gain a life, double block. We'll play Husk past the turn and not be dead on board next turn. Yep. Sure. Citrus Supplier mills 3 from them. They go to 5. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. This game was so close. Taste it. Alright, mill 3 more, opponent. Alright, let's go ahead and get this Husk down and pass the turn. Opponent would have been maximally punished if we had managed to draw into Rally the Ancestors there for not using Geiger Reach Sanitarium. Obviously with their attack they had to, but nonetheless. We had one draw step where it would have just been the game. Hostage Taker's the game. Alright, well played, opponent. Well played. Alright, Melton. Melton knocks us to 2-1, but we're still going strong. Ready for our next match in this Pioneer League. Zombies. Definitely showing some strengths. Definitely showing some weakness, too. Smashing all over Green Stompy, though, felt pretty good. Especially since Green Stompy is such a big part of this format. Reminder to everyone out there that's watching, please remember to hit that like button. It helps my videos get out there to other viewers. The more videos that get liked, the more that it gets on YouTube's recommended feed, which gets my channel out to more people. Please like the video. Thank you everyone that's watching. Let's join our next match. 4th match of this Pioneer League. Let's go. We would like to be on the play. Alright, so we keep this. We note that Lockthwain's a tapped land unless we draw a swamp. But if we do draw a swamp, this hand is pretty nutter butters. Let's go ahead and start by playing a Stitcher Supplier and passing the turn. Let's pop out our second hand here. Ooh, milled 2 zombies. That's a pretty good mill. That's a pretty good mill. Thoughtseize's opponent? Nascency. Alright, we're probably against Soulflayer, that means. Likely against Soulflayer, that means. Alright, since both of these are tap lands, I might as well do the one that produces both of our colors of mana. Wayward Servant. I'm going to go ahead and bottom that one. Go ahead and play Crypt Breaker, and let's get in there for one. Roar! Zombie Supplier. Alright, go, opponent. They're going to play a land and pass, playing to pop their vessel more than likely. Shock. Feel the pain, opponent. Feel my pain. Let's go ahead and play this Corpse Knight out. And are we just looking to draw a card here, or are we looking to get in for 2? I think a card is worth more than 2 damage, so I'm going to pass the turn this turn. Yep, you find Soulflayer. Oh my god, yes you do. Along with multiple Murder Shriders. Well, lifelink incoming, that's for sure. So yes, this is a matchup where we're probably looking to go for a combo finish. Currently, their Soulflayer has Trample and Lifelink if they decide to go for it. Looks like they're going to beef it up a little bit bigger than that, though, with this Lotleth Troll. As long as they don't give it Hexproof, this Dark Salvation is looking pretty good. Ooh, another Corpse Knight. Ooh, another Corpse Knight. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, another piece of candy. Ooh, another piece of candy. Alright, play Crypt Breaker. Trigger, 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 trigger. So let's see, what can we get in with here? I think we can get in for 1 safely, because if the opponent blocks that, we're okay with that. Feel free to, yeah, that's fine, opponent, whatever. Feel free to discard whatever you're going to discard. Zapalta, sure. None of that says hexproof, luckily. Let's go ahead and mill our 3 cards. Liliana untouched by death, huh? Well, that's not Rally the Ancestors, so I'm not upset. Gonna delve away for your big flare now? Ooh, tricky, tricky haste. Tricky, tricky way to give haste there, opponent. So of note, they can also regenerate their troll here. Yes. Do I have to keep 4 zombies? This is hitting me for 12, so ow. A lot of ows. Go to 7, kind of ow. That hurt a lot. Soulflayer is neat. It's one of the most liked videos on my channel, as well as Soulflayer. Yep. Well, there's a Rally the Ancestors. That doesn't just kill you, though, does it, opponent? Because we can only cast it for 1. Alright. We can Dark Salvation for 0, and then we can actually get in a Wayward Servant. I like that better. So let's go ahead and get Wayward Servant down. Get the triggers in there. Dark Salvation. Choose me. Choose the thing I want to die. Kill it. Point my killer gun at that. Well, it died. That's a good start. We have this Rally the Ancestors. That's a good follow-up. So the reason why I didn't get in there is I'm planning on gang blocking this Lotleth Troll with all 3 of my Corpse Knight effects. I guess I could have gotten in there for 1. 1, 2. So if they have 3 creatures in their hand and I draw a card, we still don't die. I like it. So let's turn off auto yields to make sure that we get to draw a card before damage. Sure. Aha, they've become tapped. Alright, Dread Wonder, doesn't matter. Another counter, that's fine. That's 6, so that trades off with all of them. Yep. What's your follow-up, opponent? Ooh, it's another Soulflayer. Ooh, it's another Soulflayer. Alright, that one's Lifelink and Trample. We're at 5. We drew the land. You know what? See, we have 4 things, so it's better to swing in here because even if they gain 4, they'll lose 1. And then it coming back is a better trigger. Okay, just making sure. Back with all. Please block, opponent. Please block. Thank you. Second main. Let's go ahead and rally. This card right here, best card in the deck. X equals 2. Let's go. Triggers. 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 Triggers on the stack. Triggers on the stack. It's going to take us a moment to put all of these awesome triggers on the stack. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be worth it because I'm pretty sure this is lethal. But if it's not, you know, this was our best shot anyways. Let's go. So always yield to this. Always yield to this. We're going to let, lots of top reavers make their guys. Stitcher suppliers. Oh, yeah. More triggers on the stack. Yep. 4 more. Yep. Stitcher supplier. Go ahead. All right, opponent. Can my triggers resolve now? Ha! Oh god, all our opponents being so rude this league, not letting all of our triggers resolve. Look, this opponent left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 triggers on the stack. Rude. Rude. Alright. Do you know what Lost Legacy can name? I know what Lost Legacy can name. It can name Soulflayer. Yes, it can. Promise. Anything else we want to change besides that? Wow. Shockingly enough, this Dread Wanderer just seems to be generally bad. And Foulmare Knight also kind of awkward in this situation. 2 Gate to the Afterlives would help us mill towards Rally. Don't feel like Diagraph is where we want to go. We can cast one that's big enough to survive. But I think I just want to avoid in 1 more Godfarer's Gift and this. 3 Gate to the Afterlife and only 1 Godfarer's Gift, not 2. Whether that's correct or not, I don't know, but it can come in from our hand, deck, or graveyard, so. Yeah, this is a handful of 1-drops. Let's go. Yep. Yep. Couple draw steps, and this could be the most broken draw in our deck so far. Okay, opponent leading on tap land. Ooh, we won't even have to shock ourselves on one. Alright, let's go ahead and lead on the supplier and mill. Let's not mill rallies. Ew, we milled a Lost Legacy. Ew, we milled a Lost Legacy. I wanted that one. At least there's still 1 more of those left in our deck. Bleh. If anyone was asking why we only sideboarded in 1 Godfarer's Gift instead of 2, it's sitting in our hand right now is the reason. That's the reason why we only oh my god, there goes our second Lost Legacy. No, not like this. Not like this. Let's go ahead and pass the turn. We will double block the Scrimflayer if it comes to that. If they have a removal spell, then so be it. Block, block. Go ahead and draw our card, lose our life. Another land, that's fine. Go ahead and mill our 6 cards. Well, at least we did get our wish and we haven't milled any Rally the Ancestors yet. There's a Gate to the Afterlife too. So I'm actually going to go ahead and shock in and go ahead and just slam Gate to the Afterlife on the board now. Just get in for 1. Pass the turn. What do you have, opponent? Grizzly Salvage. Yep. Yep. See what you find. Ooh, carry added. That's a reasonable blocker. Alright, can I activate you already yet? Not quite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Oh, awkward. Man, that's a lot of stuff I milled too. Alright, well, let's start with Stitcher's Supplier. Mill a couple more things. None of which were creatures. Really. Rude. Alright, let's go ahead and play this out then. I can discard a card to create a zombie. That seems fine. Seems like a good use of our turn. So let's go ahead and pass the turn. I'll discard this Godfarer's Gift to make a zombie, and then I'll draw a card. Questing Beast. Yes, that's fine. Ouch. Take 4. Alright. Discard a card. Get rid of this Godfarer's Gift. Tap 3 zombies, draw a card. Reaver's not bad. Reaver also means we're guaranteed able to do this if we want. Alright, so let's go ahead and... I want to do this before combat, so let's just go ahead and Crypt Breaker. And I think I'm going to do it on... Lazatop Reaver. We're going to go ahead and crack Gate to the Afterlife. Grab Godfarer's Gift. And move to combat. Go ahead and trigger our Godfarer's Gift. Let's see what we should bring back. Feeling like it's Stitcher's Supplier. Feeling like it's Stitcher's Supplier? Alright, I'm in it. Stitcher's Supplier. I milled another rally. It was on top of our library. No. No, no, no. Not like that. Alright, we'll take this, opponent. Sure. Mill 3 more. Not another rally. Opponent. So rude. Alright, let's go ahead and play this tapped. And pass turn. So I am at 4 blockers on this Questing Beast. So we got that going for us. Oh, cannot put 4 blockers on this Questing Beast. Alright, forgot about the 2 or less power requirement. Is this still fine? Think so? Yeah. Alright, take 4. Alright. Not gonna draw a card there because we're at 8 and we're dead in a couple of swings. Let's go ahead and instead play out our Wayward Servant. Reaver, drain them for 2. Combat. Another Wayward. Attack here. That's 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Not yet. Passing the turn. Now we're good to start drawing cards though, so that's pretty good. So we're gonna put 2 cards in our hand this turn. Troll. Troll's fine. Do you have a Zapalta in hand, opponent? You do. You do. You have 2 of them. You also have a Soulflayer? Looks like you do. Let's see. We still have a Rally the Ancestors in our deck, so I guess we're drawing towards that, aren't we? That one is hexproof. Alright, so let's go ahead and go here. The line here is just no blocks, right? Then they lifelink for 4 when I swing in. Yeah. Alright, opponent, I think we got you here. If we draw a zombie or 2, and if we draw a rally, we definitely got you. So, see what we can do. So, 1, 2, 3. Our first card, please. Godless Shrine. We don't want to do that one. Alright, let's go ahead and tap 3 untap zombies I control. Draw another card. We get to do that one more time as well. Ooh, Dark Salvation there is pretty spicy. I still think we draw 1, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, it doesn't change the number we can Dark Salvation for if we draw another card, so let's go ahead and draw one more. Was not lucky enough to be Rally the Ancestors. Let's see if this is not. Okay. Alright, so 1, 2 zombies gain us 4 life. Yep. Alright. Dark Salvation. Choose us. This one, unfortunately, is hexproof, or that would just be the ideal one, and this would be a no-brainer. Let's go ahead and make it the... Go ahead and make it the troll. We're not getting another turn anyways, so X equals 2. Let's go. Triggers on the stack. Knock you to 14. Play a tap land. Go to combat. Let's bring back... So if we bring back Lucksack, that's 2 triggers. If we bring back Corpse Knight, we get no additional. So yeah, we're going to bring back Lucksack, get 2 triggers. Or 4 triggers. Sorry. Trigger for the Lucksack, trigger for the token. Oh, we're not making another token. We just made our army bigger. That's fine. A space, smash face. Opponent, please figure out if you're dead for us. I don't know if you are, but I think you are. Alright. The moment of truth. Did we kill our opponent? -3. That's good enough. That's good enough for me. Alright. Alright, we're 3-1. 3-1, and we're going to go ahead and roll on into this last match of this league. Yeah, that's pretty hot. That was a pretty hot win against Soulflayer, 2-0. Yep. Both the times they managed to get a Zapalta powered up Soulflayer, but zombies don't care about that stuff. They just punch right through. See, other tribes are really smart and use their brains in order to advance their civilizations. Zombies, they have a different approach. They use raw numbers. See, they like to use what I like to call the Zap Brannigan approach, which is to send wave after wave of their own men into the onslaught, killing the opponent because of the pileup of bodies. That's how you win a war. Zap Brannigan style. So let's see if we can find our final match of this league. Again, I am so sorry to Dylan out there. I tried to upload the league that I recorded last night, but unfortunately it turns out that a Windows update happening in the middle of my video does corrupt the video. So my recording did not go through. So that's why I am doing this makeup league for you as well. So hopefully you're enjoying it. And here's our opponent. Quick reminder, follow us on Twitch. Let's go. Lost the die roll. Hand's reasonable. Obviously, we wish this was a mill 3. But yeah, hand's reasonable. We're going to go ahead and keep. We're going to lead on our tapped creature on 1. See if we get Thought Seized on 1. Ooh. Ooh. Is the opponent on Jeskai Fires? Alright, well, we just drew our 4th land in order to make this rally pretty good. Or at least castable, sorry. Pretty good is a little bit of a stretch, isn't it? Is this an Eidolon on 2? Swift Spear on 2. Alright. I can dig it. Slash my dude. Titan Strength your dude. Sure. Sure. Alright. We're at 13. That just happened. Wayward Servant? Yeah. That was a good draw. Alright. So we could die next turn, probably. But you know what they say about this? Well, actually, this one can block, can't it? It's never going to be able to successfully block Swift Spear. Let's get in there. Put them to 17. We have Isolated Chapel, Inton, and Toku Husk next turn, which is pretty nice. We're still not blocking their 1-2. Happily taking 1 here. What do you have post-combat, opponent? Feather? They do indeed have the Feather. Alright, so I think here we're just going to go ahead and go Temple of Silent Scry. Definitely scry that to the bottom. Play another Crypt Breaker trigger. And then I think we're just going to pass the turn with the plan of blocking with Dreadwonder and drawing a card. Feather having flying definitely matters. Especially because this thing can just go off. Because opponent could easily have 3 cards in their hand. That's a pretty good start, for example. This rage deals 4 damage to target creature you don't control and 2 to target creature you do control. Alright. Well, we're going to do this. And then we're going to pass the turn. We can go to 12. Can you kill us, opponent? Is that a yes? That looks like a yes. That's a yes. Alright. We won't be able to do anything about this next turn, so they definitely did kill us dead here. So, against Feather. You know these duresses I've been saying basically all league I wish were Thoughtseizes? Wish these duresses were Thoughtseizes. It happens. I mean, at least these save us 2 life, and we're probably still bringing them in. These Lilianas seem way kind of slow, so we're going to go ahead and cut 1. Only 1, though. Valmir Knight actually seems like this might be its time to shine. We're going to cut 2 Dread Wanderers. I'm actually going to go ahead and cut 1 Crypt Breaker as well. That's not true. I'm not going to cut the Crypt Breaker. I'm going to cut Diagraph Colossus. Any other changes I'd make? Now, as much as I'd like to Lost Legacy away Feather, I just don't feel that this matchup is about that. Alright, here's 2 lands, couple zombies, a Stitcher's Supplier plus Rally, and a Dark Salvation. So yeah, we're going to have to take a little bit of pain to make our mana work, but you know, let's go. Alright, mill the Rally in 2 lands. Bad Stitcher Supplier. Bad. What's this? White on 1, Thraben Inspector. Favorite Hoplite. Sure. Alright, Crypt Breaker there. Does that change how I want to play this out? I think it does. I think now I do want to dress. Alright, so they already have the 10th Street Legionnaire. Great. Two of them. Fabulous. Let's go ahead and take that away from them. And they're gonna kill this. There's no doubt in my mind they're gonna kill that. Thank you. I also do not feel it was correct to kill that. Once again, we milled 3 things that were not zombies. Ugh. Ugh. Sweet, they played their Legionnaire. So now if we draw our land, we can Dark Salvation it dead. 1 land, please. Land? Off the top. This is a letter to all my hopes and dreams. I miss you. Won't you please come back home? Alright, we're going to go ahead and main phase this because I think we have to hit our land or we're going to start losing the game. Yeah. We may have already lost the game now. So, gonna go to 13. If we hit the land and be able to play the Diregraph, that's nice, but they still have God's Willing in hand, too. Yep, go to 8. Land? That's the land I asked for right there. Problem is they now have God's Willing, so they will be able to protect their creature. Wish we had had better mills off of the earlier ones. Alright. We're going to choose ourselves. This. They're going to God's Willing it, and that's fine. This is just to give us an additional zombie. Yep. Luckily, there's 2 targets for this spell. Me and that creature. So I will still create a zombie. Assuming that magic still works the way it did last I checked. One zombie, please. Alright, opponent. So opponent has a fiery impulse, so they're guaranteed to be able to kill one of our things. Go ahead and pass the turn. Alright, good news is both those 10th District Legionnaires. Alright, well, they're going a little bit wider. Killing one of my dudes. Killing one of my dudes. Crypt Breaker. So, I think I just let this go. And then we just have to natural into the land. Yep. Combat. Alright, so let's go ahead and move to blocks. We block here, here, and here. We take 5. That seems like the best blocks to me. Puts him down to 1 creature on the battlefield. Opponent reordered the blocks to the correct order there so that we didn't get to kill their thing for free. Ooh, opponent has another spell. Yep, it's pretty good. I think that God's Willing you should have probably saved to get through next turn, opponent, because that would have been 3 lethal damage. Definitely. Definitely feel like that was the line. It's not lethal now, right? The 4, 5, 6, 7 puts us to 1. Puts us to 2. Okay, and we get to keep our... Ah, because they targeted their other guy. Alright, yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So now they have 3 attackers. I know that... So they don't have another spell. I think I cast the Diregraph here. and then we pass the turn. If they scryed top, we're in a pretty rough spot. They did get to scry too. We absolutely cannot get in here. Alright, let's see if they have a spell. Hopefully they should land. Land off the top, opponent. Don't you start paying costs like that like you have a spell. Is it the third God's Willing? I might tilt if it's the third God's Willing. Don't you dare, opponent. Walter Cronkite says no God's Willing. I mean, I got exactly what I asked for. No God's Willing. Alright, opponent. Well played. So we got stomped by Boros Feather in the last one. Looks like we're ending 3-2 a second time with zombies. The first time I think we would have ended 4-1, but unfortunately, you know, don't let your computer do an update while you're recording the league. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Please drop us a follow on Twitch even if you're watching this on YouTube. It's a huge help for the channel. Drop us a subscriber. 93% of my viewers are not yet subscribed, but I'd like for you to be. And remember, I appreciate each and every one of you in my Lucksack Legion. Alex here with Lucksack Games, reminding you to have an awesome night.